Okay, Rachel, I'm going to go with you. If you could let me know you're here. Okay, you're here. Awesome. Okay, well, number one, I got a really strong female energy here. Like really like a very intense woman. I want to talk about her on like a mother to grandmother sort of energy. She gives the best hugs. Okay, that's one of the things that I feel like I really needed to mention. She feels to me like she would just give absolutely the best hugs. I feel like it's quite possible she speaks another language, because I feel like when she's trying to talk to me, I'm not really totally hearing what she's saying. So it's more like impressions. I'm using my clairvoyance. So I'm seeing a lot more pictures than I'm able to hear her, because we don't really, I feel like I don't really completely understand. I want to talk about her being really poetic, like a writer or like a singer. Like there's something about her really eloquent. I feel like when she talked, people listened. I'm also, I'm getting so much like goosebumps and shivers from her. She's a strong person, like a really strong energy. I'm like every hair on my body, I know you can't tell, but like it's just standing because she's just a really strong energy. Okay, so what are the things that I wrote down about her when I was connecting with her? Okay, so she's really grounded. I feel like I want to talk about the writing, I want to talk about poetry, I want to talk about, it's almost like I could see her in the center of a circle teaching people, or like sharing stories. I feel like she was really looked upon as like a wise woman. I want to talk about being a wise woman. Again, that, when I was connected with her energy as well, I felt a lot of pressure in my head, and I also feel nausea. Okay, so pressure in the head could be anything from like something going on with the brain. It could also be a lot of thoughts that are going on in the head, but I'm really having a hard time kind of focusing, actually. Like I feel like my head is really fuzzy, and this is really difficult. So I've got that's sort of going on. And then I also feel nausea, and like nausea could often be about painkillers, that could also be cancer related. So I'd love to know if that makes sense for you. I feel like she's giving you that as a confirmation and more evidence. Okay. She also wants me to talk about rainbows, wants me to talk about waterfalls. There's a lot of stuff going on with rainbows and waterfalls. So she wants to talk about you getting back near the water, where the water is where you do your best work. She's talking about something like that: creativity, intuition, emotion, getting back into the water, submerging in the water, that kind of thing. Okay. I feel like she's really trying to get you to connect and go back to some water sources. I feel like she's got really healing hands, really strong hands. I feel like almost, and I want to talk about her being like a medicine woman of some kind. Okay. That's really like the energy, like she's really connected with the earth. And I feel like when people spoke to her, or like when she spoke, people listened. It was like, she's talking, everyone be quiet, because you know that when she's speaking words of wisdom, she's speaking truth. Okay, so that's really coming up really strong. I'm going to pull a card for you, though. I'm feeling like a lot of feelings with her energy, and yeah, it's a lot. Okay, I'm just going to see what else we can get here. I'm just going to pull another card for you. If you could let me know if that resonates with you as well. I think you said okay. Yeah, if you could let me know. I'm also got some throat stuff that's going on when I need to clear my throat. That's always, for me, it's like a sign of communication that needs to be said. Okay, I'm also feeling tinglies on my left-hand side, which is just a reinforcement of the female energy. I also want to talk about music. It's like I want to make a little song, I almost want to sing your name, actually. I feel like I want to talk about like nighttime songs, like lullabies, that kind of song, like traditional songs. I want to bring in that kind of music. And then the throat thing is really interesting. I feel like, are you singing? Maybe you need to go back to your singing. Have you been doing your singing? I'm feeling ringing in my ears as well. I've got really high, like a lot of high energy here. Okay. I feel like creativity. Can you bring back your creativity? The world needs to hear your voice. Okay. We need to hear you sing again. Okay. So I think you've said here, yes, she was traditionally doctors. Can you tell me who, if I'm connecting with a grandmother or mother energy? I'd love to know. And I'm going to pull another card for you here, or a card for you. And then we will also move on, just because I could talk to her all day. She's absolutely amazing. Okay, you are saying that you do love singing. Thank you so much for the feedback. I love that. And okay, what do we got here? Okay. The card that I'm drawn to here is the reconciliation card. So this is really interesting, especially because we see the element of fire. When I see the element of fire, it's all about things being burned up. It's like old relationships, old habits, old ways of looking at things, burned up, new start, right? Burned up, burned up, burned up. So I feel like we need to do some journaling. You need to do some journaling. Write those pages, burn them up, let them go, let the past go. Yeah, I hear that, ma'am. Thank you. I want to talk about the phoenix rising. I want to talk about you coming out of the ashes. I want to talk about a reconciliation with the people around you, but I also want to talk about a reconciliation with you, with yourself. I'm also feeling pain in my left ear, which is really interesting. Are you listening? I feel like maybe you're not listening to things sometimes. So I want to really encourage you, and I say this with love, to maybe listen. Is there good wisdom that's around you? Are there, kind of signs that Spirit's giving you? Are there things that you're not listening to, not paying attention to? Feminine side is on the left-hand side. That's where I felt that as well. So is there a woman around that's giving you advice that you aren't listening to, or you're listening to too much? I need you to discern that for yourself. It's your mother's grandmother. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's a level up than what I thought, but thank you. And then finally, I'll just leave it at that, honestly. She's just telling you to go back to the water, bring it back with your singing. Remember that there's a burning up of old ways. Get ready to step into the new journey. Have fun with it. It's time for you to really step into a new path now. So I'd love to see if that resonated with you. Thank you so much for sharing her with me. She is a powerhouse. I just love meeting her. So thank you so much.